What's up, guys? This is Mike here at Casino Comics. Do a little quick video. I picked up some books. But first, let's talk about kind of like safety. Now, if you're a woman and you're at the casino, some dude comes sit beside you, and he's kind of hitting on you, I'm doing this, doing that, and he asks you for your phone number. My suggestion is not to give it to him. Get his. That way, you can think about it for a couple days before you text him back. Because we had that happen at where I'm at, and he walks off. He starts, of course, he's a guy. He's going to be texting and calling. He's texting and calling, kind of freaking her out. And there's not much we can do because you gave him the phone number. Just think about it next time. Let's dive into some books, guys. Let's dive into some books. I got this Marvel Team Up issue number 1. Picked it up from the channel. Signed by Roy Thomas. I've never read this issue before. I didn't know it was kind of like a Christmas story. Spidey's on his way across town. He's got a date with Gwen. They're going to go out. He kind of spots the Sandman. He loses him on the other side of town, so he goes to the Human Torch because they battled him apparently more than Spidey has at this point. And he teams up with the Human Torch. They go looking for him. They find him a couple of times. He keeps getting away. They track him down to his apartment. He's walking through the door. He's like, wait. This is my mom's apartment. I always come here on Christmas Eve. Just as soon as I get through spending some time with her, I'll walk out. You take me straight to jail. Spider-Man, he's got a gift for Gwen. He's like, you can't go in there without a gift. So they give him the gift. They sitting out front. They waiting. They like, I think he's been in there a while. I'm like, what the heck? They go in there. He's gone. Nothing but a little trail of sand going down the sink drain. And he's got the gift. His mom's wearing the gift that Spider-Man gave him. Yeah, it's a Christmas story. What can you say? You gotta go away. It's gotta be Christmas. Now, I saw this on a different channel. I saw it on Dope Comics channel. He was talking about Devil on My Shoulder, issue number 1. It's for mature readers only because it's got some graphic stuff in there. But it's about this woman who's got kidnapped by these guys, and they take them to a bar. They do whatever and anything they want to. Okay? And as a parent I have daughters, 3 of them. And that just makes you think for a little bit, what could happen. So anyway, they torture her and do all this. And finally they set her on fire and throw her in a lake, I think it was. And miraculously she survives. And years later, they all at somewhere eating. And they all talking about how rich they are, how famous they are, how much it's done this, done that. And they sitting there bragging. And the picture goes through the window into the street. And she's out there staring at them. She's just to get some revenge, guys. She's going to get some revenge. I picked up the Infernal Hulk issue number 2. It's not much of a read because it really ain't got nothing in it. The Hulk goes to Atlantis to free a monster. He's freeing all the monsters, I guess, take over the world. And then the monster turns on him, like, well, I don't need to obey you because Mother's dead. And they start fighting. Namor shows up, like, oh, it's the Hulk. He's fighting the monster. He's a good guy. After he tells the monster to do whatever he does, he turns back and says, the only reason I ain't killed you is because you're not important. The art is kind of like it wasn't as good as in the first issue. Ain't much of a story. So this is off my pull list. And once in a while, you got to do off the pull list. I picked up Absolute Batman issue number 15. I'm enjoying this little arc. And we finally get to meet Absolute Joker. Break it down, he's just a kid that started off making people laugh just as a clown, moved into taking care of orphans, started experimenting on them, somehow stealing their life force. So he's kind of like immortal. He's been living all this time. And if he comes across somebody, kind of designates as an enemy, he's got all these islands he's bought. He just drops them off at it. He hunts you down. Well, as he's hunting you down, he changes into this creature, this 2-legged, whatever this is right here. I don't know. It's a Joker. That's him. When he comes back from the island, he goes to Gotham. He pulls up at his miner, and like Batman would. He's got a butler, and he tells him, "Look, I hold all my appointments, all my calls. If you need me, I'll be in the cave making plans." And he goes straight to the grandfather clock, flips a little switch, and he goes down in the cave like Batman from regular Batman would do. So, gotta see how the new Joker's on. F up Batman. Pick up Marvel Knights Punisher issue number 3. I'm going to go ahead and say it's kind of like a stupid read. I'm talking about he's been drugged with this L zombie drug. They tell him what to do. He's been killing innocent families. Well, not innocent families, but fellow agents and their families and stuff like that. Well, you know, last issue the government put a federal agent in the employment of the guy who's got him. He's down there looking at Frank and found him like, what am I going to do with you? And he's saying it out loud like, you know, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And the maid's walking up behind him and said, well, you first of all, you're going to tell me who you are, or I'm going to go straight upstairs and rat you out. You know, and he's like, he spins around, oh, you must work for the Mexican government and all that. And they start shooting back and forth like a couple of kids in high school. And I'm like, nah. They free Frank. They take him to some hideout, try to wing him off the drug. As he's winging off the drug, he's remembering that he's killing innocent people and stuff. So he reaches for a gun, tries to shoot himself. They knock it off. He blows one side of his face off. He wakes up. Before he wakes up, the government agent calls his boss, and she's like, you can't do that. You can't do that. You just can't disappear. You got to call me. And he's like, okay, I got him. Everything's taken care of. Or she's a plant. She just calls the Mexican crime boss dude, tells him, well, it's your maid. You got to take care of all this. And when Frank finally wakes up after shooting himself and everything, he just looks up and says, give me weapons. That's how it's going to work out. I picked up Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 23, and I'm sorry that it's coming to an end, because this is the best Spider-Man book out there. Last issue, Doc Ock kind of tricked Richard to get Black Cat's help to go plant a device in Kingpin's hideout so they can withdraw information. As they're doing this, Peter's done find out about it. He's on his way to try to stop him, help him, whatever. Jonah and Ben are doing a little 30-second meteor burst on the internet because that's all they can do before they get tracked and all that. They're going to just do different ones. Black Cat and Richards found out. They set off some alarm. They're fighting and everything. Kingpin says, well, I'm just going to take care of this. Peter busts through the door. I call it Peter. It's Spider-Man. I'm sorry. Busts through the window. Johnny having a drag-out fight. Mr. Negative's there. He's telling Peter, you know, don't fight back. You know, he's got that control over people. So Kingpin's beating the crap out of him, throwing him up in there, throws him against the side wall and all that, and it looks like Peter's knocked out. So Mr. Negative says, well, I'm just going to end the bloodline. You know, and in other words, he's going to go kill Richard Parker. Man, he should have said that, because Peter stands up. He said, man, I'm just now getting started. Fight is on. It's a shame that this book's in it, because this is the best Spider-Man book. Okay, we got Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger, issue number 11. Now, sometimes when I read this book, I'm thinking it's like Gunslinger Spawn, but it ain't. It's back when he's trying to learn how his powers, his suit, and everything is working. So last issue, this big one-like thing drug him through the tunnels and everything, and all his friends had to go help find him. They finally find him. He looks dead, but he's not. You know, he's barely breathing. His little Indian friend helps him up, and they're going through the tunnel. He's like, she looks at him and says, what's wrong with you? She said, I can feel my skin like healing and it's moving and everything. She said, well, don't fight it. Let's go to sleep. You go to sleep, I'll stand guard. So he takes a little nap and everything and all that. When he wakes up, he's kind of completely healed. And as they're going, they come across this big, gigantic dude who just comes out of nowhere. You know, his little native friends cutting him all to pieces. Gunslinger shooting him. He's not going down. So Gunslinger finally just sets him on fire. It's a big dude. I'm talking about the forearm guy, but it's a dude. And okay, they kill him as they go walking through the tunnel. They come across this little area. It looks like somebody's been sleeping, but it's too small for the guy they just killed. So as they're walking along, somebody gets a drop on them with a shotgun. And y'all just keep walking forward. So they go into this big opening, and all the kids missing is kind of like hanging in cages along the roof. And his friends are all tired and sitting at the floor. And it's the miner that used to live there. I can't forget it. I forgot his name. I'm sorry, guys. And he's kind of like deformed. He said, come on in. We fix to have a good old-fashioned meeting. So I'm enjoying it. I don't like it because it's getting a little like Spanish, if that makes sense. But I love this. It's the best. If you classify it as a Spawn book, this is the best one for me. I don't read the others. All right, guys. That's it for today. Y'all have a good one. Have a good Christmas. Just in case I don't see none of y'all, all y'all Merry Christmas. Peace.